Grand Rising, everyone. Hope you guys are okay. Hope you're doing well, and I hope everything is going as planned. This is Denzomus, and you are welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empires free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality. I talk about personal and self development. And if that's what resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share this video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back. And I thank you for your love and support. Today we are going to discuss high vibrational people and relationships. Now, when I'm talking about high vibrational people, I'm not necessarily talking about chosen ones. Okay, I may simply be talking about people who have chosen to do some sort of work, some form of work, any form of work on themselves. And I'm talking about the inner work. Okay. So those are the guys who decide that, okay, so something needs to change. And they are not comfortable where they are. It could be emotional wise, it could be financial wise, it could be in any way, energetic wise. So they wake up and they put in the work to change themselves. And normally they are going to put in a lot of work to change the way they feel energetically, because they also understand when they do take care of their own personal energy, their reality will change at some point. A chosen person, of course, they are anointed people, is a person that is highly anointed as well, individuals that are highly anointed as well. But it doesn't necessarily mean that because a person is highly anointed, they are also high vibrational. A person could be highly anointed, but they could be in a low vibrational state. So it is until a person wakes up and decides that, okay, they have got this anointing on their lives and they have got to do everything it takes to make sure that they raise their own vibrational frequencies so that they can be able to step into their greatest version. High vibrational people have taken a lot of time understanding who they are, understanding who they are, and understanding who they are. They have taken a lot of time to purge a lot of energy. They have taken a lot of time to reflect on their own personal lives and to see what it is they can do to change their current circumstances so that they can live a much more quality life. Now, those individuals on their journey, one of the things that usually starts, they will usually start with will be healing themselves, because there is no way you can raise your own personal vibration and energy without first of all taking the inner work, doing the inner work to heal yourself. You can be healing yourself from codependency tendencies. You can be healing yourself from toxic behaviors. You can be healing yourself from trauma. You can be healing yourself from everything that broke you or was a part of the problem way back in time. And on that journey, as much as you've done some work to heal yourself, you're also going to learn the art of being alone, okay? Because many people believe that you always have got to be with somebody, for different reasons, for validation, for attention, for whichever gains you want to gain. So those people learn that art of being alone. They spend time going inwards, and normally on that journey, they don't want any kind of interruptions. So they want to do this thing on their own, because they understand that nobody else is coming to help them unless they do the work to help themselves. So they will spend a lot of times alone. A lot of times on that journey as well, they may decide to step away from relationships. Okay, so they might have noticed that maybe sometimes the relationships they used to get involved in was maybe even sometimes part of the problem. So sometimes they may decide to stop dating for some time, because they realize before they actually date or they decide to go into dating, they need some time to take care of themselves, and they want to do this on their own, and they don't want anybody to interrupt that journey. So they may not even get into relationships at some point. But it depends on the work you do. And it's also going to depend on the individual that is doing the work. But at some point in time, you will realize you are become you have become a high vibrational person. You understand your energy. You know what you can attract. You know how you feel, because high vibrational people also really feel good about themselves. It is not in an egotistical way, but it's like they pay attention to how they feel, and they know that from the inside they are really feeling good, because a person on a high vibration and frequency is also a person who has inner peace. Okay, so there's no turmoil. Yes, they may be going through different things here and there, but they don't let those things get over them, or maybe let's say get on their heads. So they are usually feel good people. Now, when it comes to these kind of individuals dating, when they have decided maybe they want to meet somebody, because, like everybody else, they are still human beings. So at some degree, they need intimacy. They want to be intimate. They want to know somebody on the deeper level. They want to vibrate with somebody. They want to share with somebody. Because on this journey, it's like you will notice you have learned so many things about everything, pretty much everything. And sometimes you feel like you want to share this journey with somebody. Now, it is always going to be in a way that a lot of times they are going to get offers that are not, offers in regard to relationships, offers that are not adding up. So they may run into a good person, but at the same time, it is always going to feel like you have met someone who hasn't done any work on themselves. Okay, it's just the people that will be coming in. You will sometimes look out and figure out that they haven't really done any work on themselves, And a lot of people, when I'm talking about doing work, people don't really understand what it means to do the inner work on yourself. So it is going to feel always like you're a teacher, because there's so many things you've learned. There is a lot of stuff you've learned. And in a relationship, it's usually going to feel like you're a teacher. And you could also be a healer, because a highly vibrational person, like I've told you, they are healed people. So they have got the ability to heal other people as well. And it also includes relationships in this matter, even sometimes friendships. So it is going to be a case where a person will feel like you are just a giver. You are giving everything. You are giving a lot of attention. You are giving a lot of resources. You're giving a lot of energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be money, but there may be a lot of things that you may know about life that the other counterpart may not. So it is always going to be feeling like you are pretty much of a giver. And because you are with the person that has not done any work on themselves, so it may sometimes get to that point where you may get exhausted a little bit. It is only when a person is like on the receiving side, which you don't have a problem to give, because you're a giver anyway. So you will give, but it may sometimes look like you are pouring into an empty basket, because you have the other person on the other side who really wants you, because a high vibrational person may also attract a lot of broken people. Is most of the times what I've said in my videos. So they may sometimes attract broken people, because you see, on that level of healing, there may be people who want to tap into that healing, okay? But at the same time, these may be people who have never done anything, any form of work on themselves. And usually it is going to feel like you're pouring a lot into somebody. And usually, because those people, they're not coming from a healed space energetically, they're usually going to be takers. Okay? You'll be giving, they'll be taking, you'll be giving, they'll be taking. Sometimes you might realize that there's nothing they can offer. Okay? There's nothing to offer you. So it is a point where it becomes very tricky when it comes to dating. It is usually going to be a little bit difficult for a high vibrational person to meet another individual who is at a certain energetic frequency. Because when two people are not vibrational aligned, it is going to always feel like One person is a taker and one person is a giver. So it will be difficult to find a balance whereby you're pouring into somebody and they're also pouring into you. It will not be that kind of a give and take situation. You will always be the giver. You will give knowledge, you will give your energy, attention, you will give some form of validation and stuff like that, even sometimes healing energy. So always it's going to feel like you are giving and giving. So relationships is very tricky. And normally a high vibrational person, when they have been in some form of relationship with somebody, it could take a couple of months before they may realize that this particular individual, there's nothing they can offer. There's nothing to offer. And at the same time, they may not be people who are willing to learn, because sometimes you see when you're dating an unhealed person, this may be a person who is not ready to learn. So it's going to depend on the individual. You may date an individual who wants to learn, okay? They want to learn from you because they feel there is one or two things they can benefit, even sometimes learn from you. There's things you can teach them, and you can see that they're also doing the work as they flow into that relationship. But we're not talking about a relationship whereby it's going to be like 50-50. It's not going to be 50-50. It's always going to be like 70-30, or it's going to be like 80-30. It could be even sometimes 90-10. And it is going to feel like you're in a position whereby you could feel like you're the one who is doing the work. You're the one who is putting in the work, okay, in that particular relationship. So that's why you see those kind of individuals, they may not really stay in a relationship for a while. It may not take them a lot of time to realize that the relationship they have gotten engaged in is not going to work for them, because you may be sometimes dealing with a person who they simply just don't want to do the work. They just want to stay the same person they was yesterday, they was last year. They don't want to grow. They don't want to evolve. Sometimes you're teaching people things and they feel like you're crazy. They feel like you're telling them something that is weird or stuff like that. They're still pretty much absorbed into the old energy, pretty much doing the same things. And you've already stepped out of that energy. So you're pretty much doing different things. You could have been a part of that energy back in the days, but you've done the work to get out of that energy for you to get into a higher vibrational state. So the people feel like you're really dragging them at a very terrific speed. So when a person is dating a high vibrational person, what it may really feel like is like these people cannot catch up with your pace. Okay, you're at a different pace in everything, in every area of life. And those people, they feel like sometimes they cannot catch up with you. So it may either be in a sense where a person may extract themselves out of that relationship because they feel like you're moving at a very terrific speed and they pretty much cannot catch up with you. Or sometimes you may be lucky where you meet a person that is willing to do the work. They're willing to flow with you. So they're like, they're going to learn. So they open their hearts up to learn from you and, to get a few insights into different things and even sometimes to help them on their healing journey. So with relationships, like I said, it is not always easy for high vibrational people to date. It is not easy to date. It's why you say a lot of times you're out there searching for somebody and stuff like that. It's not like they're really desperate to date. They have learned, like I've told you, these people have been alone for years. They could have been alone for 2 or 3, 4, 5 years. And they're comfortable with it. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, they want to share their life with somebody. So they may sometimes look out or even sometimes attract different relationships into their life. But most of the time, it's going to be like there will not be any balance in that relationship. It may be difficult to have a relationship that can equally reciprocate your energy. Okay? So it is until, you just allow God, universe, source to allow this other individual to flow into your life, that you may equally get a relationship which is going to be a give and take kind of relationship. But normally a relationship where it isn't really balanced, it may feel like you're putting in a lot of work and you're putting in a lot of energy. So you're putting in like 70% and the other person has got nothing to offer. They have not done anything on themselves. They're still where they used to be way back in time and nothing is going on in their lives. Yes, they may be good people. Sometimes you may meet some people who are really nice people from the heart and they're really good, energetic people. But at the same time, they're not at that frequency yet. So it is up to you to look at the situation and see how much work are these people willing to put into themselves. You will be around, advising and watching them and healing them sometimes, but it's also going to depend on how much work are these people willing to do. How much are they willing to invest in themselves, to catch up with the vibration? Because it is always going to feel like these people, they can simply not catch up with you. You're on a certain frequency, and they're thinking, how are they going to be able to understand you? There's some other terms you're using, terminologies, the way you behave, the way you treat yourself and stuff like that, the way you carry yourself. And it's going to feel like everything is like they're just running, one race after the other one, because you're at a certain speed energetically, and they're also at a certain speed energetically, and the two of you can't kind of match up with each other. So it's kind of tricky when it gets to dating for high vibrational people. Okay. So what we have to learn in this universe is to be patient. Okay, you have to learn to be patient, and you also have to learn to be patient with people, because it will not always mean that you are always going to meet up with somebody that is at a similar wavelength like you. So the universe may sometimes send people. They could even be your soulmate, and those people may come in, but those people have just simply been directed. So it's up to you to discern. You need the energy of discernment, the spirit of discernment, to understand, are these people coming in to move along with you? Because at some point they're going to have to catch up with you, because you've spent so many years doing so much work on yourself. And these people need to be willing to put in the work. Okay. It is not in an egotistical way, because sometimes when you're showing people things or helping people with certain stuff, they may think that you are this guy with an ego and stuff like that. But it's nothing to do with that. It's just because that you do not want to lower your vibration, because you know what it means when you are living at a certain vibration, at a low frequency, low frequency and vibration. You know what it means and the kind of life you attract at that frequency. So you don't want to drag down your vibration to a certain level. You want to keep up that frequency so that you can be able to move forward and attract the things that are meant for you. So I'm not sure if there's how people understand this video. There may be people who know this language, who speak this language. Let us know if you've got a similar experience in the comment section below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. You can always book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.